Hello guys, this is Justin Farley. I wanted to make a tutorial today on how to make clothing um, for a character. As you see, he already has a texture on him, but that's not a problem. Basically, all we need to do is go into edit mode, which you can either go to edit. 1 second, let me go ahead and turn on my key display so you see exactly what I'm doing. We're going to go ahead and go text. Um, Yep, that looks good. Okay. And then to get out of this display mode, you just hit the N button. But anyway, back to what we were talking about. Um, so you see he's textured right now. What we want to do is we want to take this part and make it a shirt. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into edit mode. You can either go into edit mode by either clicking here. Well, you have to click the character first, obviously. Click here, and then you can go to edit mode, or you can go to object mode. I prefer just to hit the tab button, which will take me directly into edit mode. Now as you see, I already have him painted, ready to go for the shirt, but I'm going to go ahead and redo that. So I'll deselect with the A. What I like to do is I'll use the paintbrush. Actually, what I'll do is I'll go into a wireframe transparent mode, and I will take the paint tool and just go through and paint what I feel that a shirt would, look like. Just kind of go through and paint him up a little bit. Get over here, right up in there, in that area. And sometimes the wireframe doesn't actually get everything, so you need to, of course, right click out of the paint tool because it won't close unless you right click it. So we're going to go ahead and go into here and here, click all this stuff in there, and want to remove that. Don't really want that. But there's a basis of a shirt right there. And the way that you're able to get this shirt to work, let me make sure I've got everything. Missed a part right there. Is well, you duplicate it. So what we'll do is we'll hit Shift D in order to duplicate it. Make sure it's duplicated as you see it is. You move it around, yada yada. Okay, and then you just right click it and it'll go back to where it was. Now, as you see that the mesh, the main character mesh is poking through the shirt. So in order to fix that, what we'll do is we'll hit Alt S and we'll pull it down just a little bit so it kind of gives it a little bit of thickness to it. Okay, so we got that done. Now, what we want to do, okay, so we got the shirt, it's done. We'll pull that out of there. Now what we want to do is take this shirt and remove it from this object, from the main mesh. So what we'll do is we'll hit P and we'll hit the selection. Okay, now that just became its own object. So when you go into object mode, if you click that, okay, that's its own object. See, it's cube 001 and the mesh is cube. So what we want to do is take the cube 001 and turn it, rename it to shirt. Okay, now when I hit the texture button, it's going to have the same texture as it did on the character. Easy way to fix that is to go into here. See how it has that material 02? We're going to go ahead and remove that. So now the texture is gone. Now it's just a plain white t-shirt. But we don't want it a plain white t-shirt. We want it to look something different. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure you clicked on the shirt. I'm going to hit tab, go back into edit mode. Now as you see, it's already marked the seam, so everything's done. Basically what we're going to do now is we're going to take and pull this side window over, okay? Then we're going to go into our current edit type, the 3D view. Basically it's all your different things. We're going to go into UV image editor. We're going to click that, okay? Now, like I said, it's already unwrapped. So what we'll do is we'll hit A to highlight everything. Okay, problem with this is that it still has the old information as far as when this thing was unwrapped. So what we do is we take and we're gonna remove that. Okay, then we're gonna go new, and we're gonna call this one shirt skin. Okay, and then I'm gonna make the color, I guess white. So that, okay. Now we click that, and we have a image called shirt skin. You can call it whatever you like, but that's what I'm gonna name it. Now we go into image, the shirt skin. We hit save as image, and find wherever you would like to put your images. You can also click this to see a better view of what you got going on. Now I have so much stuff going on. I'm gonna go ahead and I don't have it in there. This one will be fine. I'll go ahead and put it in here. So search shirt scan PNG. Just go ahead and save this file. Okay, that's done. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to open up a new texture, and we're going to go into the type of texture. Okay, and we're going to hit new, and we're going to hit open, and we're going to go ahead and hit the shirt skin that we had. Okay, we're going to assign that. Now that is this new thing now. It has no information about anything with the main mesh. Okay, so that is done now. So now we're going to go back into object mode, and as you see, okay, it's gray there. There's nothing going on there. This has its own texture. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go into, actually we don't, well, we can keep that, I guess. We'll go ahead and go into texture paint. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to go, I like to fill my items, so I'm going to go ahead and fill it with the white, make it a little brighter. Okay, actually I'm going to, no, it's fine. Okay, now I'm going to go into draw. Alright, I got a lot of stuff in here, so a lot of crap pops up. Anyway, I'm going to go into draw, and I'm going to go into textures. Now I'm going to do the new, I don't want to do the new texture in here, because if I do that, then it will take what's in here and overtake what it basically overtakes it anyway. So let's go into here, we're going to hit new, we're going to hit open, and okay, we have no textures right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on the internet. Alright, we're going to hit this. Now, I like to find my textures on Google Images or whatever. I mean, you may have a certain preference that you like to find your textures as well. But what I'm going to do is just, let's see, close texture. Okay, then I'm going to hit images. And now I'm going to look for a decent texture that would possibly work for his shirt, which this one doesn't look too bad, so we'll go ahead and use that. Just save it as white T. Alright, so we got that. Now we go back into Blender, and then we go open, and we go back into our texture place. Male texture, no, that's not it. I think it's vampire player, vampire texture. There's our texture right there. We'll click that, and Okay, that's way too big. But anyway, so what just happened right here was this is a stencil, and I will explain that to you. But you got certain ways you can do things. If you're familiar with Blender, then you'd be fine. But I guess I can kind of explain it to you. View plane is pretty much that right there will be painted on that. See, it's just a view plane, and that's not all that great. Let's see. You need the color white anyway, so we'll go ahead and we'll go to the titled, which should just be squares. It'll be like, you know, it's not very good. Uh, the 3D kind of gives it a 3D look. See, that's not too bad, but it's not what we're looking for. The random, well, obviously that says the name for itself. It's just going to randomly put those pictures everywhere. But what we want is stencil, and stencil's great. Now, to move this stencil, you can hit your right mouse button, which will move it. I don't know if you're doing right or left, but you can use your right mouse button. If you're using the left, then obviously use your left. To scale it down is Shift. Okay, Shift and a right mouse button or left mouse button, whichever you're using. So you can scale it down. To rotate it is Control and hold your right mouse button or left. See, that'll rotate it. And again, to scale, if you want to scale it to side, I think you click it in the middle. It's somewhere around in the middle area. Maybe the top, side, middle. I do know it scales from the sides. Uh, no. Anyway, let's get on with the tutorial. So what we're going to do, okay, if we take this, see how the little lines and stuff like that? That looks pretty good. So make sure your color up here is white. Make sure that's white, because if it's not, then it will come out as a different color. So what we're going to do is kind of paint this on here. Okay. There's a little look of, that looks awful, but, no. Kind of gives it that shirt look. Oh, you know what? I think it's because symmetry's on. If symmetry's on it, yeah, see this X here, what'll happen is it copies everything to, well, basically it takes this and then tries to make it over there, which messes up everything. So turn the symmetry off if you just want like your, plain thing. So you just kind of go through, see it looks real uh, faded and wrinkly, faded anyway. So you kind of wrinkle it up, get a little wrinkle there, some wrinkles. Turn them around, of course. And then, like I said, you could rotate it with Control. Hold the button down, kind of rotate it, get it in this little shirt part right here. Bring it over if you want. Get a little wrinkle. I mean, if it's that wrinkle, it's pretty bad, but you know, kind of like that. Do it as such. Bring it down, and then the back area. Rotate it, bring it down. Kind of do that. And also too, you see over here with the UV mapping, what you could do is you can take and scroll over, roll your mouse wheel, and you can hit this view thing and hit paint, and this will come in, and you can actually stencil, paint, or whatever on this picture as well. And you kind of miss the white spots right there, and what it'll do is allow you to, paint what you missed if you want to, and see, kind of gives you that look like that. Oop. Gotta watch out sometimes, you might hide your deal, but anyway, just kind of paint around, and there's many things you can do with this, but okay. Yeah, it goes like that, uh, that's a really bad wrinkled shirt. I mean, whoever their iron person is, or their person that's doing their clothes, they probably should talk to him about that. But anyway, that's that's pretty much basically it. I mean, as far as that goes. And see, like I said, he had mesh already on him, or I'm sorry, texture already on him. But that was easy to remove, so that's all we had to do was that. But as far as this tutorial goes, I think we're pretty much covered all the bases. If you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to comment. Uh, Subscribe if you like. I guess I might be doing a couple more tutorials here and there. I'm sure this has already been done, but this is kind of my flavor on how to do it. But anyway, thank you very much. Again, my name's Justin Farley, and you guys have an excellent day, and keep on blendering. Thank you.